Namaste Javins, myself Javan Dr. Barkha Khurana. Today is the first session of biomechanics and kinesiology. So we will be starting with the introduction, what exactly biomechanics and kinesiology are. As the name suggests, biomechanics, if we divide this word, it is bio, that means life. Mechanics means anything related to the function. So biomechanics is the study of mechanics as it is related to the functional and anatomical analysis of biological systems, especially humans. So biomechanics is important in physiotherapy because whatever movement is taking place, we need to see what muscle work, how much muscle work is being done, and if the person is complaining of pain or has any injury, how to modify it so that the patient feels comfortable, and we also help in reducing the pain of the patient. It is also very much helpful in any kind of sports injury or to prevent any kind of injury. So we can say mechanics is a study of physical actions of forces. What all forces are acting on a human being? How much force is acting? Like gravitational force is already acting on the person. Frictional force is also acting while moving. And apart from that, there are different forces. Muscular forces there. Use of weight also add a kind of force to the body, to the muscle. Now this mechanics is divided into statistics and dynamics type. Statics is a study of systems that are in a constant state of motion, whether at rest with no motion or moving at a constant velocity without acceleration. So static means when the body is stable or it's in a state of constant motion. So here we will talk about when the body is rest with no motion or it is moving at a constant velocity and there is no acceleration. Apart from that, statics also involves forces that are acting on the body being in balance, resulting in body being in equilibrium. So equilibrium means the state of balance. So we will in statics we will study all the forces that are acting on the body, and the forces are helping to maintain the equilibrium of the body. Now dynamics means which keeps on changing. So here we will be talking about the body which is constantly moving with acceleration. Now, if a body is in acceleration, it is unbalanced, it is not in equilibrium because unequal forces are acting on it. In biomechanics, we will also study about the kinematics and kinetics. The kinematics describes the motion and includes the motion with respect to time, displacement, velocity, acceleration, deceleration, whereas kinetics involve the study of forces that is associated with motion of the body. Then we will also study about mechanical advantage in levers, load effort or load divided by effort. How we calculate mechanical advantage? The load is divided by effort. Effort is of the muscles. Load can be any kind of resistance. So here we will start with levers, which is a simple machine that operates according to principles of torques. And what torque exactly is? It is the turning effect of a force. It is equal to force into distance. See here we can see this diagram. Force, and this is the distance from the application of force. With this will produce the torque. Now how you can change the torque? It can be changed if we change the force acting or we change the distance. So If any of these is changed, the torque will change. Or if we change the direction of the force. See in this diagram, we have changed the direction of the force, and thus the distance has changed. See, here you can see. Here, this is the torque. Now, what are the functions of the levers? It has two functions. First is force, generation of force. Second is speed and the range of motion. Now, if we discuss what lever is, it is a rigid bar having a fixed point, that is axis of fulcrum. Then we have lever movement versus resistant movement. Here you can see in this diagram, this is the resistance, this is the force, both acting together. Here you can see. Now we'll discuss the functions of levers. Speed and ROM. ROM means range of motion. Next is components of lever system. Lever is a rigid bar. It has a fulcrum, which is a fixed axis or the point of rotation. There are two forces, resistance force and applied force. It has a moment arm. Then mechanical advantage is there because the levers are designed for force, to generate force and to make the work easier. And the mechanical disadvantage is when the levers are designed only for speed and range of motion, like in human body. Here you can see the fulcrum, resistance and force. You can see here. So this is the fulcrum or the axis for the point. This is a point for rotation, force and resistance. So the distance describes the mechanical advantage or disadvantage. Now, how does mechanical advantage affect the movement of the lever? If the mechanical advantage is greater than 1, the lever is effective, and if it is less than 1, it is non-effective. See here, the bar is rotating. Small effort moves big resistance. So in human body, the force is generated by the muscles. So the advantage of mechanical advantage or the lever is that with very minimum effort, we get maximum work. And if you talk about the disadvantage, big movement required to move resistance over a small distance. How these are applied on human body? Here, the bar is the bone, fulcrum is the joint, and the force is generated by the muscles. And what the resistance force is? It can be weight of the limb or any external resistance, like if you're holding a weight in your hand or a ball or anything. Now let's talk about the classification of levers. This classification of levers will be discussed in next session. This is all for introduction part of biomechanics. I hope you understood this session well, and if you have any doubts, you can post a comment. And this session is powered by Digital 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University. Thank you.